Welcome to the Courtesy Flush. How you guys doing tonight?
Hi there.
Hello. Hey, Mr. Tex. Hey, Mr. Goat. How you doing?
I am alive.
Still alive.
Still
alive.
We have.
Somehow.
We have made it to the final Scrombles, right, Goat?
We are here to scrombulate.
It might not be the final run because we still need to clear out the basement of the tanker, but we're getting there.
Why do we need to clear out the basement of the tanker?
So we can access the controls and shit to
Okay.
refuel it.
I was told last time this was going to be it, but you know what? I'll just say
It
this is
might
part
come
one.
out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see if this is just part one. All right. Anyway, here is the end of that fiery sea. I just put some fire and smoke there. This time it's getting serious, I guess. And here we are, here on the
Da-da-da.
Courtesy Flush couch.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, and then
tablet has fallen down.
this is the one you played Max Payne on. Yeah.
You know what we did?
What's that?
Guys, over the weekend.
What did we do?
We went, well, while our video released, for the first time, we actually watched the premiere and not home.
It's true, we did.
We watched the premiere with some friends. We watched the premiere. We drove a long, long way, many moons, many, many, many horizons, many, many, many horizons.
We went to the land of
Boat Bomber.
the land of Boat Bomber.
And Boat Bomber is a cool dude.
Indeed.
And so we went and hung out with Boat Bomber and watched it live. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was laying back on a futon. Goat was also.
Oh, yeah. It was total peak late 90s, early 2000s hangout. It was.
I keep expecting like Smash Mouth to play when I'm at Boat Bombers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely has that like
It's
late
his
2000s
Boat
vibe
Bomber
at his
is
house.
Very, very comfy as a person.
So do
if you
we.
don't know who we're talking about, it's Boat Bomber on YouTube. He's an old Space Station 13 OG like me, and we went to go hang out. And we went to Sky Steak, which is going to be an adventure we tell on a future podcast.
Yeah.
Sky Steak.
Sky Steak. We will.
Sky Steak.
That will be coming soon to a podcast near you. We got
Sky
we got
Steak.
two of them coming
It's
out.
not
for
a
you
Knife
guys.
Fight City. It's not a Knife Fight City story. Sky Steak is its own saga.
We have two podcasts coming out. So Goat made like a little ASCII art thingy.
Yeah. I was bored waiting for the setup to go.
Yeah. Let me also turn up the audio so we don't get
Yeeted off the internet.
yeah. The Bezos bot will get us.
The Bezos bot will squeeze.
3,
Hey, Sky Steak or Sky Steak?
7.
It's Sky
Don't-
Steak. There's
don't
no
worry.
E on the end.
Don't
of it.
worry, it's not like Isle of Sky Steak. It is Sky Steak, like one word. And I'm going to tell you, that is an experience. It's going to be great.
I will say it is definitely an experience.
It is an experience in humiliation and money expenditure, but we're going to turn it into a story.
Yeah. For now though, Goat, what are we doing here at this facility
We are
of?
wiping out the Enclave base at Navarro. So we wiped out most of the contingent. It's just some stragglers left in the front gate turret.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run up and kill them.
You're gonna run up and just murder him.
Yeah. We're just going to kill them.
Okay. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. So we're just everyone on the surface level here.
Yep. Including the scientists.
Not the science team.
Oh, yes, a science team.
But Sky Steak is definitely something that we are going to invite you to work into RPGs.
Yes, please.
Because it is something that is so surreal that it is more or less something from a really bad DM module on any sort of setting anywhere. Sky Steak.
Yep.
It was actually kind of a journey. Especially, we're like, where do we go to get food? How about we eat steaks in the
Well,
sky?
yeah, I was like, hey, I've wanted to like go to a really nice place and spend my own money as a grown-ass man with my friends on it. And we go there, and, well, it's...
we tried. We were promised steaks in the sky, and what we got was
yeah.
a
What?
steak that was definitely elevated.
It was
That's
an
a way to-
elevated.
That's one way to put it.
It was an elevated experience.
All right.
I'll just say this, man. I didn't know Michelin was making.
I didn't know Michelin made steak. I didn't know Firestone was in the meat business.
I know. Kind of sounds like an MRE, maybe a little bit like one.
I had a. Let me just put it like this: I had a better steak at Waffle House than Sky Steak.
Fair and truthful. I've
Yeah.
had many better steaks at IHOP, Waffle House. Yeah.
Was it a high stakes experience, as I guess?
Ugh,
35 months
yes. Far
of
too
subbing
too
to
high.
the courtesy. Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the courtesy,
Motherfucker!
I guess.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, you got plenty of stims,
So I do.
and it doesn't look like you're gonna have to worry about it too much. They may have caught you off guard, but they didn't catch your guard off.
What does that even mean?
What do you mean? You're in the middle of combat. Just go with it.
You know, if I had a little bit more, if we knew somebody with a kitchen industrial dehydrator and we knew somebody with the right equipment, I would love to make a BattleTech Van Zandt MRE and just put it on the stream.
Like freeze dry some, like what?
No, I would want to put it together off screen so you guys wouldn't know. I would want to make it really, like authentic. I would
Okay.
want you guys to be like, oh wow. It would be edible, of course. It's just I would want to put some interesting things in it. Like, they're like, is this canned horse? And I'm like, it is this week.
I noticed there were several cans missing from the cover text. What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
No. What I think would be really funny is to have actually some of those cans in the cupboard I've been using, just because I don't want cans to sit in there and get expired.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've had that happen with like curry stuff and curry paste, and then you're like, what is that weird smell? And it's like, oh, it's bloomed.
Bloomed is a very disturbing term to use for anything that you open a can with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that I could definitely put together a Van Zandt MRE. I just need somebody with a dehydrator. It would be probably pretty cursed fusion feud. It would just
Fusion food. Yeah, you got the tongue twister. Yeah.
I do that all the time.
I know we edit them out of the of all the videos we do.
Well, except for when you put the outtakes in, which are hilarious. Where I just
Well, those were great, man.
You're ranting at the fucking train. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do, and here comes the train.
Or the Cessna guy.
And I can't give you Van Zandt merch. Only Catalyst can. I cannot sell anything BattleTech with it. I could probably sell patches that had little Van Zandt logos on them, but I could sell nothing that's BattleTech, man. That belongs to them. That is theirs.
Yeah.
They own the BattleTech thing. I
Hey, how's it
can't
going?
make the merch. Sorry.
Yeah, we definitely have to put a switchblade.
I think the Van Zandt MRE would be like.
How many knives do you have? Well, I had 15 MREs.
It's like PB&J sandwich dehydrated. So it's like a cube the size of a napkin. You're like, what the fuck? And you just add water to it. And and you're like, wow, that's a soggy sandwich. That's pretty gross. And it's like, yeah, but it's a sandwich.
No, we have to do the editing where it's like you see it pour water on it, it gets soggy for a second, and then it does one of those radial wipes, like a clock. And it's and in seconds, it's a full sandwich. And it is a full sandwich, but it says at the bottom, results may vary.
I would love to see, those little dinosaurs that are the little capsules that you put in water and they come out into shapes?
Oh, yeah, the most disappointing candy you can eat.
You have you have the Van Zandt Militia, dehydrated meal. It's that, and it's fun shapes.
It's true.
Look, this one's a sergeant's hat. This one's a helmet.
Yeah, this one's an autocannon.
It's are they edible? Sure.
Oh, they're definitely edible when you're desperate.
Ugh. The fiber sponge. I just imagine one of them says meat, and you open it, and there's a can that is in fact that. Just a small bottle of JP8. You're just is this kerosene? No, it's
No.
aviation kerosene. It's different.
It's a lot more spicier, from what I've been told.
I imagine that the Van Zandt MRE would be something that you just put boiling water into, and it would just be the most tightly, densely packed thing, and it's soup. It just says soup. It doesn't say ingredients. It just says soup.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably put that on the side of a can of anything, and people would just be like, "Oh, this seems completely fine." Like, you ever think about that at a hardware store, and you see all those cans of paint, and you're like, one little relabel, and all of a sudden people are thinking they're taking home Campbell's Chunky, you know?
That's true.
Extra like, yeah, you just take like a tan paint, and you're like, creamy mushroom soup or something.
What I think would be really funny is you end up doing
Save game and heal
Can't
when you
save.
Yeah, I would say that's probably true. It'd probably be a brick of
Heals.
pemmican. It would just say like Field Pemmican 1A. There would
60.
Van Zant probably issues hardtack.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like Mabel's infantry biscuit. And it's like parentheses hardtack. Meat brick number 2. They sound like blues albums. Meat brick number 2.
You know, speaking of meat, I had a thought, and I didn't think to ask you this before, but what is and you need to heal, Goat. You have 63 health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is a standard for a barbecue restaurant? Like, what's the standard menu items you need to have at
You
a
need
barbecue?
brisket. You need pulled pork. You need barbecue chicken,
Right.
possibly pulled chicken, and you need as well burn-ins. That's a Texas thing, I think, at least for my sake. Burn-ins, I definitely say should be on there. You should have ribs, ideally pork and beef,
Right.
and then you should have turkey, smoked turkey, and then I would say possibly 1 or 2 good smoked sausages, at least based on black pepper and garlic.
Well, let's just say your business is a little economical on its meat choices. What are the 3 that you need to have?
Brisket, and brisket.
There you go. Pulled pork or pulled anything.
No,
You
no,
gotta have,
no.
you gotta have
If you're telling
scraps.
me if it's cheap, I'm just gonna be like, well, brisket it is.
Well, no, it's not cheap. It's just, well, okay, yeah. It's 3 types of brisket. What are they?
For side, what? No, just 3 kinds of brisket: fatty, lean, and what we got left.
Fatty, lean, and tire.
Yeah. So, but then
Grandma
you,
likes her
as
shoe,
far as
you know?
sides, you need beans, banana pudding, cornbread,
Oh, yeah.
green beans. Let's see.
Beans, rice, and Spam? What kind of... Zoomer Stacy's running some kind of austere barbecue restaurant?
Brains, brisket, whiskey, and lard. Come on down to Van Zant Barbecue, where shut the fuck up is a normal. You go down there, and the guy has a butcher paper, and you just show up. You're allowed to hold up how many fingers in terms of pounds of meat you want. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no other communication that's allowed.
And if you don't know how many a pound is in your local metrics, then...
a pound is 0.6 kilograms.
yeah, no, they'll just tell you, like, visual representation of how much meat you're getting. By, like...
no, you just
We put it on like one of those old school scales, like the Justice has. Like,
I would
Yeah.
say that Van Zant, you would have a pay board on top
yeah,
behind the guy, and it would say what they're selling, but it would say available barter and pay rates for the day. So the guy's like, I will take this many C-bills, or I will take this many local script, or I will take this much weight in these things I'm interested in.
What?
If you bring me 4 chickens, I will give you lunch.
well, I like the idea of doing it where it's like, it doesn't matter what you put on that scale. That's the weight that you're giving it. It's like, I'm gonna put this big giant chunk of money on this scale, and that's how much meat you get. You have to level it out.
That's funny. And Karek, you're not wrong. I imagine that Van Zant, which is based on Canton, Texas, which is Van Zant County seat. If you want to see what Van Zant's based on, just literally go read up the history of Van Zant County and the multiple times it tried to secede from multiple governments, because it just does that. Because it tried to secede from the Confederacy, because it said we're not down with that. Then it tried to secede from the Union after the war, saying we're not down with that. They
didn't like anybody.
They didn't like anybody. They're just pretty much fuck off. We're full, and they're a weird little county. They're called the Free County,
Nice.
amusingly enough, because when the county got split up,
82
which
health.
was once an original larger county, Van Zant was the county that got calved off that had no debt. So they called it the Free County. Like, haha, we got away without
Nice.
having to pay anything.
God damn it, what's still out there?
There's one
Yeah, one more turret.
one turret in that corner, and then do you have to actually kill all the turrets?
I do if I want it to stop from cycling between combat state or not.
Yeah, I would just, yeah, I'm a bit like worried when my health isn't in the triple digits and end game stuff.
All right.
That's just my personal thing though. But if you're cool with it, I just know you haven't saved, so
Yeah, I could run for
Zoomer. To be more accurate, the Canton, Texas, is more like the Khyber Pass of Texas.
the Khyber Pass.
Well, and here's why. Canton is known and has been known for 150 years for one thing, and it's not seceding. Even
What's
though
that?
they have seceded twice, they're actually known for Canton Trade Days, which is the largest flea market in Texas. People come from states around in all directions to buy everything from Star Trek memorabilia to ammunition.
Okay, that sounds like I'm in. When is it happening?
It's all the time.
Oh,
it's,
so
it's like it's all the time.
so it's just like a giant flea market.
It's a giant flea market.
Okay.
It's
I like those.
Yeah, so Canton Trade Days, you can go in there and get handmade ice cream and World War I memorabilia and some like old Pokemon cards, maybe at the same table.
You know, I like that the chef just doesn't even care.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a weird place. It's kind of like House of the Rock, Wisconsin, or any of those other just bizarro places that are weird.
I just want to see if any of these guys have stim packs on them.
Hey man, you got any stems?
Yeah,
Hey, man, I need some uppers, man.
I'll be honest. I might delay leaving just to stock up on stims a little bit more, because otherwise we're going to be
Oh hey, oh
safe
god, oh
stimming
no.
like crazy. But we cleared Navarro.
Yeah.
We got everything there is to get here, except for all the loot. But I'm not going to bother.
Now we're
Too
going
much
to the
with that.
tanker.
Yep. Now we're going back to San Francisco, so we can get in the tanker, which will ship us up to the oil rig where the Enclave's main base is, and that's also where our people are.
Good shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna try to rescue our friend villagers who are totally alive.
Yeah, definitely not being experimented on horribly and already dead, because it took us like 2 weeks to clear this base.
What? It didn't take us that long. We're perfect. They're fine, dude. They're fine.
Uh-oh.
Die,
Enclave patrol.
You know what would be a really good game to play on the Courtesy Flush?
What's that?
The Shadowruns.
They're okay.
The point and click games?
Yeah, no, they're not point and click. They're basic RPGs, but yeah,
Point and click RPGs.
pretty much, yes.
I played like 10 minutes of
Fuck.
one and I
I-
stopped
I-
because I was like, I feel like I need to be like
No,
coached.
I would say mod the shit out of it
Okay.
because there's a lot of mods for that. It has a very active modding community.
Did you save Goat?
Yeah, I saved before I left.
Good, because these guys are just.
Yeah, they just skeleton king you.
But yeah, Van Zant, the only reason it's literally known in the periphery is it's like a giant open air market. And a lot of people come through and are like, oh, corn. I'll buy some of that in exchange for a pile of AK-47s.
Oh God, oh no, 81 just said for 500 pennies.
Whoa.
Recently finished Fallout 1 playthrough. Bought Atom RPG on Texas recommendation. Enjoy
It's a good
it
one.
as almost as much as I enjoy the channel. Also loved your Shadowrun and other RPG games. If you have any recommendations for the other RPG podcast YouTube channels, it would be appreciated. Either of you have those?
I've been watching a little bit of All Ones. They play Traveler. Basically, it's a bunch of fucking space redneck guys. Like, one of them is his character art is Sean Connery's character from Zardoz, and they're all these, you know, southern fried space truckers just cruising around doing stuff, and it's pretty fun. It gives you an okay idea of how Traveler's supposed to run. Specifically, they're running Mongoose Traveler 2nd Edition, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he does like actual plays, but BAMCE, BAMCE, has some pretty good resources on running Shadowrun 5th Edition. I drew a little bit from that. Take it with a grain of salt, you know, modify as you see fit. But that's another good one. And those are the ones that come to mind currently. I'm sure there's more good ones out there. I just can't think of them right now.
We have, as well, I mean, the Shadowruns, I would say, if you ran Shadowrun Hong Kong and Shadowrun Dragonfall, those two
Yeah.
were really good plot-wise. Dragonfall was the best of those plot-wise.
Yeah, you can
But-
skip the first one for
Well,
sure.
Right, but I'm saying if you played through those and, with your commentary in mind on the world of Shadowrun, we can make Mike play through those.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could do that after we continue our Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah. So Fallout 3 is the next game, and
Oh,
then
God.
Fallout New Vegas. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fallout 3 is gonna be pretty quick for me, but I'm
Oh,
gonna have a
yeah.
great time because I'm gonna mod the shit out of it.
I think
I'm gonna go to the
need-
Ox and the VPL and look for mods.
No, I would just say you put up in both communities. You're like, if you want to make me suffer or have fun with Fallout 3,
Yeah,
give
that
me a
is. I
list.
can put on stream that won't make it an adult stream. That would be
Yeah.
number
No, no,
one.
There's
You
some
just say
very questionable
what
mods out
what you
there.
do is
Yeah.
you just, Mike, make a Google document, put one in the Ox,
Yeah.
and put one in the BPL, and you say list the Fallout mods for Fallout 3 that you would recommend and why.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have each person, you can say you can each recommend one mod.
I'm looking because I will probably install all of them to make them work. I'm hoping that the script
that's what I
extender
mean
can
is
handle it because I
imagine
know
if-
that
Imagine
Fallout's
if
got a.
every person in the Ox, all 1,700
Yeah.
people recommended one mod. What sort of game would we have?
It would definitely be different. I'm looking forward to it because I've had a lifetime subscription to Nexus mods for like ever. I've been a big fan of that site forever. I know they're not the best. I know that they've been shady sometimes. I don't know what the deal is. Always had it. So if you want to get mods off that site, that would help me out more because I could just straight up click boxes and download them directly into the game without having to like. Because I like ModDB because it's got probably the biggest collection of mods. Yeah.
Reminder asks us what RPG is going to be on the podcast next. The next one is going to be Traveler.
Yeah.
Dev's Traveler game is really, really good, and that's going to go on the podcast next. It's a really good Traveler game.
Yeah.
Yours is the best energy pistol in the game, other than the
the Alien
yeah,
one?
other than the alien one.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the Pulse one.
I know.
Everyone suggests Titanic titty mods for everyone. No, thank you. That's not the thing is like, I have no problem with something that's outrageous, but I can't make it A for adult because Twitch literally has rules against it. Because those would turn that into an adult game very quickly.
Oh yeah,
But you can blow people up all you want
You
and
can
cause unimaginable suffering.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
you
not
can-
boobs. You can't have
boobies.
boobs.
Oh,
Well,
no.
that's absolutely terrible. Like what obscenity.
Especially poorly animated, like PS2 looking.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny Bruce.
Oh, dude, let's fucking kill these zoologists.
Sorry, that's an old joke.
I'm not even gonna ask who that is.
He was a comedian that got
He's-
bounced
yeah.
off stage routinely in the 50s and 60s.
Oh, yeah, I remember
for,
you talked about him.
saying stuff like, hey, why is it that I can't watch two people making love, but I can watch people being murdered? Why is one obscene and the other isn't? Why is language obscene but murder isn't? Why is... he asked a lot of questions, and they arrested him for it. He'd go up on stage and say, fuck. And they'd say, you're under arrest. And he's like, for what?
You're right.
He made the police arrest him for swearing.
That's great.
Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah, we're going to play that after we beat Wolfenstein, actually. Me, Diggs, and Hatt. We're going to probably make new, completely made-up characters. We're not going to use any of the pre-gens.
I know what we need to play is last for Fallout.
What's that?
It'd be fun to actually make you play through a bit of Fallout 76.
Oh, no.
Why?
It'd just be funny.
You know who also likes Fallout 76?
I know who likes Fallout 76, Goat. I know exactly who you're referencing.
Almost heaven.
West for Bimba.
I know exactly. Oh, spending a few more pennies just to shout out Goat. You don't have to spend pennies. I'll shout things out. I appreciate it. Spending a few more pennies to shout out Goat. Enjoyed your style of GMing and also loved your straight up, your street man clerk Uriah and Magistrata Mundanus.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's going to be some good stuff with that. And we really want to have a sequel to the Magistratum, which is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
Let's start making some bread.
Got to
Oh.
make that bread.
Start piling up them dollar bills. This,
You're just going to, increase the technology level of this town by one sale.
Don't worry about it.
For drugs, I can increase your technology level.
We're helping.
I don't think that's a civilization thing you can
We're
do.
helping.
Can you trade?
We're
Like, no, you can trade opium in Civilization, can't you?
Well, I think it's. I'm not sure if it's in there.
Poppies.
It might just be in there as an asset where it's like +5 happiness, -2 whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. +5 happiness and absolutely no drawbacks whatsoever.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, Dopes. 13 months, like over a year. It's good to see you hopping back, man. Dope Scone's got all kinds of really dank memes.
The memes must be dank for them to be consumed.
Posted on both
Fallout
the Battletech
76.
And,
Oh my God. Fallout 76 is 150 plus gigs. That's what Steel Shanks just said. 150 gigs.
I don't know, man.
I don't think.
Why do you want
I
me to
don't
play
think.
it?
I don't think all the data on West Virginia would fill up 150 gigs.
Look, if I play it, I'm just going to complain the whole time.
I know. So would I just by watching it. I was like, we could be playing anything else.
Yeah, I know. But in that case, like, there are a bunch of other games too. But I like your idea of doing Shadowrun. Please not Fallout 76.
Shadowrun would be interesting to revisit after having like a decent amount of GM experience under my belt for it.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta feed those birds. How else is Calm gonna give you a surprise holy hand grenade? Exactly. I will give you some of the most powerful energy weapons known to mankind. You will give me a bunch of drugs and not ask about the bloodstains on everything, the trade which began the reign of the Laser Lord.
Well, you know, I mean, here's the thing. Scrambles 1, dumb as a rock. Scrambles 2, slightly smarter. Scrambles 3, fairly average.
Yeah, just dead ass.
Homer Simpson.
Okay, 85 IQ, and so much as that's an accurate measurement.
All right. And then you would say Fallout New Vegas, by the time to get to him, he's got to be slightly smart, but not really smart. We got to boost the shit out of something else.
Oh, it's going to definitely be strength.
Luck.
I want to...
It's New Vegas, dude.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we just say that, you know, it's lucky that his progeny survived it all, right? So
luck.
then it becomes a luck. And then by the time of Fallout 4, what's Scromble's going to mutate to?
I don't know, but I kind of feel like these games would benefit from, like, even though the characters are totally not the same people, like stat crossovers up until a certain point. I know some games have different stats, but I feel like from 3 on to 4, you could probably interchange most of those stats pretty easily and make, like, this character's now in Fallout 4. Like, you imported it.
I'm pretty sure the stats don't even really matter by Fallout 4.
No, in Fallout 4, the stats are just nonsense. It's literally just a series of background pluses and stuff.
Right. It doesn't it, like, give you benefits because of arbitrary reasons?
You get power armor within 1 hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that you
makes, well, it makes the game like sandblasting a soup cracker.
Yeah, most of the game I
doesn't
spent
feel right.
like building stuff for people, and then it came to a point where I was like, you know, I really don't care about all these civilizations or these like little what are they called, settlements. So I just started like spawning in like endless turrets. So anytime like a settlement's under attack, I'd show up and they'd just be deleted.
Well, that's the thing is I would build cities so big that when I'd have to zoom in to go get them, it would freeze the game.
Mm-hmm.
I will show you, whoever plays this, how to be a water baron. I will show you how to become the water lord and to pay no taxes to any man.
Yeah, Scrumbles did become smarter, but become shot in the head. Exactly.
Piece is asking, what's good? How can we send audio messages now? Anchor FM has changed its whole format. I don't know. The whole back end changed for Anchor. On Spotify, they split it because Spotify, I think, got bought out by iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
So I have no fucking idea. I'll have to look more into that.
Yeah.
And in a future podcast, I hope we'll have an answer that we can just announce out. You know what I mean?
Best Bearer threw 50 pennies and said, "Great text talk."
Thank you. But it was a team effort. We all did really well. The only bad thing about it is apparently...
oh, it's being throttled like shit.
Oh, yeah. Like
I showed me the graph, and it's like hilarious how it's like just chopping it. Like every hour, it's like, here's two. It's like, what the fuck is this?
YouTube is saying, like, exactly 1,000 people an hour watched this exactly, and then nobody did for 8
I know.
hours. It's they have really throttled the shit out of it. But
He was like, "Wow, look at this, Mike." And I look
showed
at
him
it,
the graphs, and it was like lunatic asylum. You were like, "What is this? Is this a Ghostbusters reader?" Like,
it reminds me of like an industrial machine go, and it's like not really going anywhere. And the subscriber thing was even worse, because you're like, for every person who subscribes, I lose 20. What the fuck? And he was watching it live. Like, what the fuck is this?
Chosen. Chosen.
No.
Do you hear me?
You're fucking dead.
this is what it.
Village dies. All of
They've been
our
kidnapped.
futures die too. We have little left in both time and
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
hurry.
Doesn't
What?
matter. None of this matters.
None of this matters.
Okay.
None of this matters at all. Let's see. Did your inventory reset?
But no, I've,
Step function.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That's exactly step function.
yo, what are you doing, step function? But
Yeah, they don't. Why do they not like you? I don't know.
I don't. It's one of the things where like we're saying, hey, isn't it weird that YouTube, where it is like, hey, how dare you make a 90-minute documentary for charity? How fucking dare you?
You must have said. I think it's the again. I think it's the Hitman video. I'm going right back to Hammer Birthday. I blame
Hammer Birthday did it. Hammer Birthday is what tanked us.
Ever since we released that, Texas pointed out, like, yeah, it's weird. It's almost like YouTube has now flagged him forever behind the scenes. It's because of Hammer Birthday.
I just roll my eyes at it.
It's like, what the
I look
fuck?
at YouTube as like working with
It's
YouTube.
funny.
I was asked by somebody. They said, "What's it like working with YouTube?" And I said, "Imagine you had a job that required both uses of your hands." And you're like, "Yeah." And I said, "And then imagine that you had to handcuff one of your hands to a bloated corpse." That's what it's like working with YouTube.
Yeah.
It's unpleasant. You don't get much out of it, and you can't move very far.
And don't take this. We're not really too worried. Like we're gonna keep making stuff.
Yeah, we
anyway.
just keep making stuff, but getting throttled.
We're
by
just gonna
YouTube
post it
is
on
just-
other sites too.
Exactly. It's one of those things like, if you strike us down, we shall shit post harder than you could ever imagine.
It's like when you pull out a weed and all the seeds just scatter.
I agree with the guy singing.
The guy singing. Oh, he's a cool guy.
Let's see what you got here. Fucking nothing. Nice.
No, you're right, Diggs. It could be that most people might just like the stompy robots over history, but even still, like, if you saw literally the back end of that thing, you would be like, okay, this is fucked. It literally looks really stupid. Because everything else makes sense. This is like a robot going, nope, you're not allowed to have this. It's like, all right, fair enough.
All right, we'll sell our shit at the tanker, I guess. Yeah, okay.
But Tex has been getting advice from literally every single person on how to do anything on YouTube, and he's like, wow, none of it works. Well, pretty much everything we've been trying.
So remember the Brotherhood told us they wanted the vertibird plans. We're going to give them to them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure this will have no repercussions.
Yeah, Reddit did deny posting the Texas history. Excellent work. Let me have the plans, and I'll make a copy of them. As promised, I'll ensure that the tanker is ready for you to take out to the oil rig. Just go to the computer on the upper level and hit the
And
go
Diggs
switch.
is right. Everyone knows the format. 15 to 30 minutes videos, multiple parts. Part 1.
Yeah, we need to separate every chapter, even a 7-chapter video.
We need to have a 7-chapter video with 2 breaks in between with ad breaks. And then I need to have an ad.
Crossfire.
I need to have an ad at the beginning and the end where I'm like, and if you want to see more of this, please pay. Go to Curiosity Stream.
Curiosity Stream. What is that?
NordVPN. I think. What do you think is the weirdest thing you could make up to endorse? What do you think is the weirdest thing you could make up to endorse?
This one. Crossfire. Now sponsored by the Courtesy Flush.
That would be hilarious.
We don't play Crossfire here, but I have this button here that allows me to do this. Crossfire.
We could just make up stuff. We could just be like, and if you love this ad, please listen to our friends over in you know, we'll just Union Carbide.
5 paid ads per minute.
5 paid ads per minute.
Texas like, and that now, are you ready for a new? You're like, fuck.
You know, you're not wrong, Diggs. Raid Shadow Legends does have such a backing that if they made an actual game, it would probably make a shitload of money.
That's fucking great.
If they made an MMO with the backing they have, and they just said, hey, you could just play this MMO instead, they'd have everyone. Look, if I was talking into the camera the entire time with product in my hair and frosted tips, that would be a wig. I don't have that much hair to frost. Sad to say.
No, but it would be pretty weird. You don't have the hair for frosted tips.
Yeah, I don't. I don't have much hair for much.
You have a very thick head of hair. You just you like to keep it cut. You like to keep it simple.
I don't want to sit there and
you
look
let your
like,
beard do the talking.
I don't want to sit there and look like an REO Speedwagon roadie. You know what I mean?
I
With
get
just
you.
The long unruly hair.
I'll
and be
take
like,
that bullet.
Yeah, brother.
Look, I'll take that bullet, man. I'll do that. That'll be me. The crossfire drop will come in handy when you start doing those tabletop. Yeah, I will. I will be doing those. I'm gonna be like, all right, everybody, we're gonna do battle, but this time over crossfire. Let's take it over to tabletop simulator. You're like, no.
I was running Traveler, and Spaz made this guy who's this old ass man. He has strength 2, and it's usually on a scale of 1 to 15. So he's got like pretty minimal strength and like bare minimum skill with the sword. But he got into a sword fight with like this drunk bandit guy, and they were both just whiffing like crazy. So we just started playing the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance soundtrack, but the Kazooified versions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, people are talking about potential, commercial ventures. We could have a haberdashery sponsorship. We'd be like, do you need a hat made, sir?
Good lord.
Does your head have an odd shape?
Do
Cover
you-
that up.
Cover that up immediately, for the general public consumes it and throws eggs at you for being the strange-headed man.
There is a market, believe it or not, of one for a top hat that has a headphone cutout. That market being me. I wish my top hat that you got me had a cutout for my headphones. I'd wear it all the time.
Yeah. So anyway, we're in the Tinker's basement. We're not required to clear this because we got the vertibird plans. The alternative solution is you kill all the guys here, you get the Tinker Fob, you get the Chinese to refuel your shit, and then you go. Or you give the vertibird plan. We're going to kill all this stuff because, why not? And we could use the XP. We're already level 22, but we could use a little bit more. See, look, there's this blonde babe over here that needs saving.
She's standing by skeletons.
Well, yeah, dude. She ate them all.
She's hungry.
Yeah.
Well, look.
look.
I keep all my skeletons in one closet.
The mutants aren't. There's a reason the mutants haven't been going at her. They recognize her as one of their own. So she's about to go do some Amoga stuff.
Listen
up in
here,
the
boys.
Tinker.
We keep our skeletons in the closet with our lady. That's where the ladies belongs, in the skeleton closet.
That's right.
Lady in the corner. I don't know. That sounds like a song.
It's like a Michael Bolton song.
Oh, my God. We need to get him on the podcast. What's he up to?
Probably being more successful than us.
Are you sure he doesn't want to come on the podcast with us?
I have reached out to people on the podcast, and they go, that sounds great.
Wait, you reached out to Michael Bolton?
No,
Oh,
hell
okay,
no.
okay.
I know the limit of my reach. Like,
I mean, we can find an email. Hey, Michael, want to come on the podcast? And he just replies, no.
he just says, I've heard of it. No, thank you.
Dictated but not read.
Dictated but not read. It's a message pissed out in the snow. No, thank you. The handwriting is immaculate.
We do have a podcast. Actually, Diggs, you're going to be on the next one that's coming out. I actually got back and I started editing. We got 2 that are going to be coming out. Are you going to release them at the same time? Or
I'm going to release them one after another, probably.
Yeah.
Just to make up, because we pushed so hard to get Text Talk's history out. So it's like...
Yeah, I just put off editing on it until I finished.
We put off everything when we're hitting that final, pace. It's just what happens.
Between my laptop, which does like really light stuff, and the computer, if I hit render in After Effects, I can't touch shit because
yeah, it's like... It's basically
like if you stomp
when you start rendering, it's like the end of what is it? I'm trying to think of it. One moment, it'll come to me. Phil K. Dick movie. Philip K. Dick novel. One moment. Damn it. Well, actually, he only wrote one novel. Philip
It's
K.
on
Dick short story.
The Only War game is on WBPL 76. Oh God, that'll be on YouTube. They have a VOD of the Only War game.
I'm trying to remember.
I'd come on your podcast if you had one. Shit, I'd come on anyone's podcast if they invite me. Just about.
We occasionally get invited on stuff, but
Yeah.
they try to invite me, so I want to like.
Every time so far I've been invited to the Delta Green podcast, which was a lot of fun because I just basically had fun trying to figure out which one of them actually watched my videos.
That was.
I love Will, and he's amazing at somehow turning a single subject like Delta Green into like a 3-hour-long conversation.
Just brain
It's
fart. Total
perfect.
Recall. Total Recall. When you hit render in that room, it's like in Total Recall where they put their hand on that thing to unlock the alien machine, and the giant reactor bits lower into the earth, and everything gets really hot.
Yeah.
It's like that, but the whole house.
Oh God!
It's like 64 cores spinning, and we're all just like the walls sweat.
Yeah, our power bill went up.
Our power bill went up.
Yeah, because when I don't render, or when I'm not using that computer for rendering, I turn all those cores off. I turn them to like what the Texas cores are. I think it's like 8. No, it was
I have
8 of them
probably-
turned on. That's it.
I have probably.
I turn the rest off. They're
I
all
have-
parked.
I have probably the weakest computer in the house.
Maybe.
It's just because like literally it's a waste for me to play because I don't play high-end games. I like old stuff.
Yeah, well, your computer's perfect for Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, Dwarf Fortress is a single core. It doesn't matter how fast you make that computer.
Yeah, no, I turn on the what I'll do is I'll turn on the cores when I'm about to render, so I restart the whole computer, and then
You're not wrong. No, T-Square says K-19 the Widowmaker or Mike's rendering time.
You're
Yeah.
right.
No, it's like that movie. Like Mike's hand is on the glass. It's like the end of Wrath of Khan.
The green box, yes, that is the one, and yes, dude, like my mood when I'm in those final renders, Tex is like, how would you describe it?
Mike is like Eldonius's bird in the final renders. I'll just hear like occasionally yelling, and I'll be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I don't want to elaborate because it'll make Tex like really go, "What the fuck?" But no, I'm like, "Nah, dude, it's fine. It's just one of the layers was turned off, completely just turned off because I was making an edit and I couldn't see, so I turned it off. And then I had to re-render the whole thing because that was the main piece of the whole render was that one layer.
Yeah, that happened.
But what's cool is that it allows us to make these in 4K, so we can actually at least keep them relevant for another like 5-6 years in terms of resolution. So if you 5-6 years from now you finally break and get like a 2K TV or something.
That's the thing is when it comes down to upgrading.
Because I didn't think I was going to do that during the 720p 1080p days in 2008 and 9.
That's the thing is I had a 280 for like 5 years. And
I had a CRT up until like 2011.
Well, I had a 280 graphics card. And then I had that for a long damn time. And then I had a 1080, And the 1080 lasted a good long time, but then I found out when I had to render film when I was doing like constant uploads for stuff, I was finding that it would slow down, and you're like, yeah, dude, it's like 4 years old. And I'm like, shit, okay. Then we had to upgrade it.
Yeah, and my computer was not, the original one was never built for editing. It was just like a computer made for running games. But it ran all right. Yeah, you're gonna have to get out.
But no, it's rough. It's really rough when it comes down to like
shovel the coal faster. Yeah,
I wish we could.
That would make us feel better instead of just standing here watching a bar. I do that thing where I put the cursor on the bar to see if it moves. I'll come back. I'll go out here. We'll watch something. I'll go back in there just checking on it like it's a cake. Like, is it ready yet? And half the time it's like, no. One time it'll be like really slow, and then I'll come back and it's like almost completely finished. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? But it's because some effects are CPU render heavy and some effects are GPU render heavy. And I've got 2 pretty good CPUs and GPUs. Our projects are just huge. Because most people will say like, "Oh, our render times don't take that long." Well, I think that's because we're doing like 2-hour long things with multiple different animations in it. You know, we're doing like what a small studio would do.
We're all wearing like 8 hats.
And we're doing it with the best of our abilities. I am by no means like the best at any of this. This is just like a lot of circus clown car stuff that I've learned over the years.
If I use a grenade, I'm blowing myself up too, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Yog, how's it going for 29 months? Yay. Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for the courtesy and welcome back. For the love of Armok? Or is it Darmok?
No, Armok.
Darmok
Door Fortress.
and Jalad at Tanagra. Goat saw that episode.
I did. Darmok on the ocean.
Goat is almost through all of TNG. What do you think of it so
Almost.
far?
It's pretty good.
Except for the first season, kind of.
Yeah, it's funny though because you just like fucking Roddenberry,
Yeah.
but it just gets funny towards the end. You know, we're joking because you guys told me Roddenberry was getting more and more decrepit and
He was
unable to influence shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
was.
thing is Roddenberry's influence from start to end of TNG wanes. And that's where by the time you get to DS9, you have the writers that are just unleashed. They can do what they want.
Yeah, but I remember the last episode before it gets announced he died, and I don't think it was the last one that was shot while he was still alive because they didn't do that stuff in order.
Yeah.
Was they have like the visors that are video games, but it's like heroin. So just imagine he's like wheels up in the wheelchair, video games bad, write that, and then he just goes limp. It's just on his life support.
Darmok on the ocean. Darmok is hovercraft full of eels. That's good. Yeah, deep. Yeah, everyone's saying about that. It turns out that the real Threadripper was us trying to tear the burning clothes off of us when they auto-ignite from the heat.
All right, here I'll start throwing grenades.
Yeah, the heat on my computer is actually fine. The radiator I got, actually, a lot of people when I installed that were like, I don't know if that radiator is going to be able to do it. It does it just fine. The highest temp it gets is like 60 even at max render. It just doesn't really get that hot. It's pretty good. I must have lucked out on Radiator Lottery. It was a regular AIO.
Scrombles throws like a girl.
The Scrombles throw like Scrombles throw. Watching original Trek, you only seen TNG.
I have a thing I do like once a year that I call the cycle, and it basically replicates a cycle that my friend who introduced me really heavily into Trek and how to appreciate it and all the stuff about it, a friend of mine who's sadly no longer with us, and it was the way he watched it because he had all the tapes. Remember when they sold the huge tapes that opened up like books?
Yeah.
They opened up like, an encyclopedia set.
Yeah.
They were just huge, and they had art and cool stuff in there. They had some kind of very minor behind-the-scenes stuff and some of the promotional material. But we would watch the cycle, as he called it.
Yeah.
All of original series, all of Next Generation, all of DS9. And then we would try to muscle through what we could of Enterprise and Voyager, but usually we'd kind of fall off around that time.
Well, and the fun thing is watching stuff like that is if you have nothing else going on, it's something fun to listen to in the background, but seriously, the original series is like a theater play. Everyone in it's very Shakespearean.
Well, and you notice how much other sci-fi every other sci-fi ever has ripped off TOS.
Right. If you catch yourself saying like, wow, this reminds me of X, well, chances are X didn't come out before Star Trek.
Exactly.
Yeah, also like depictions
Yeah.
of smartphones and tablet
Depictions of
computers and stuff.
smartphones, tablet computers, many other things like card devices for storage.
Yeah.
Intermediate storage devices that are instantaneous, quick, and high storage capacity.
Yeah.
I mean, God, a lot of stuff in futurism in Star Trek is goddamn beautiful.
Women in mini skirts.
Men in mini scants.
Yeah.
That min skirt scant thing.
I appreciate
Which,
that.
People laugh at that, but I'm like, why?
It's probably pretty comfy.
I appreciate that, Honor
It's-
Drifter. Thank
It's
you.
not as it's not as crazy as everything else. Oh, and you got Bobby Beltran.
Yeah, Bobby Beltran.
Good old Bobby Beltran.
Look, I'm sure he had a great time making that, but every single scene I was just like, is he there for the paycheck? Like, what's this character doing? He was the only like background character that had command experience, and everybody else just kind of like listened to him for some reason. I didn't really understand his character personally.
By the way, on the Patreon,
Yeah.
overwhelmingly getting a lot of really fun messages, but the most common one is saying my notifications didn't work and I fucking sent them. So
Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
I know.
It's nice to actually know it,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it's shitting on everybody equally. Surely,
Yeah.
I don't know about equally there, pal.
Diggs, I'm crazy for different reasons, not this one. This one you're gonna have to give me.
They're in my walls.
I feel you, Marco, on, not wanting to get through Voyager. But I'll tell you this much. As far as captains go, I still think Janeway's a little bit better than Archer. Just only because Scott Bakula seems like he was just doing that like a retired dad who gets together with a band
Bakula is
in his
many
garage.
things. He is many things. Scott Bakula is many things.
He is
but
Sam Beckett. He is definitely Sam Beckett.
That is how I see him.
Yeah.
Most of all, sadly.
No, it just all of Enterprise reminded me of like middle-aged dads who get together in their like cul-de-sac garage to play like soft rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he seems like he would be in a Pink Floyd cover band called Feelings. You know? And you would
that's
be
what the
like-
whole series felt like.
And the problem is every time I saw him doing Star Trek stuff, I said, this feels like a training film.
And look, I'm not gonna crap on that because we're all gonna be middle-aged dudes who are gonna get in the bands and probably play some other weird music.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm just telling you how it feels. Yeah, the NX does look good. I like the NX.
I like the NX because nothing worked right. They were like, hey, do you want to use the transporter? And they're like, no.
No, everyone was like, you mean the things that carry our ammo mostly? And all of our supplies? Yeah, I'm good. I want to get on that. You're already middle-aged dudes. Texas is due a midlife crisis, or his 12th.
Probably.
Yeah.
My hovercraft is full of eels.
Because Janeway was that terrible? Okay, as a captain, no. I disagree. I think Janeway made all the right decisions, including getting rid of Tuvix. I want my officer back. She made a lot of horrible decisions, too. She's the perfect captain player character. Absolutely player character perfect. Now, as a captain in Starfleet, oh yeah, she would have got fucking kicked out like lickety split, dude. War crimes, Janeway? Are you kidding me? She would have got fired.
She did a lot of bad stuff.
Even Bobby Beltran would be like, I don't know, Captain. That seems kind of messed up.
Oh, that's why he put her. That's why she put him as second in command, because she could just airlock him. He's a pirate.
He's like, I was in the Maquis. I shot a lot of people, but this seems kind of fucked up, Captain. I will glass this planet and get our family home.
Shran is great in Enterprise.
Yeah.
But that's Coombs. He's great as every character he does.
Yeah, he could have played Janeway.
Absolutely.
I want to read Janeway's psyche vel.
No, you don't. It probably just says does not like and then has a list of names.
Including, which include, concepts and races.
And planets.
Yeah.
Types of atmospheres.
Oh, no, Marco, you nailed it just right. I'm just going by, character. That's it. If you want to go by specific show, yeah, Star Trek gets a little fucky. Every single series of Star Trek has really bad episodes. For Deep Space Nine, I think it has to be the Calmarine thing, even though it's not a bad. I just hate that fucking sound.
I remember it.
I know. Let's not talk about it.
I agree.
One of the season 1.
Neelix would have been a better captain, probably.
Neelix would have been understanding, diplomatic. He's just kind of like
He'd be like, "Wow, that seems." Neelix seems like a guy who would go off the edge of the screen and have a cigarette, and then come back and be like, "All right, here's what we're doing."
Yeah, they made him too much like a cartoon character a lot of the times with the plots, but like him as a character, he seemed like a competent person that was able to like talk reasonably with people in a world and universe of the side of the galaxy where everyone wanted to kill each other, which made him like different and like that's why Jane was like, "All right, you can come on my ship. Everyone else wants to murder us." Like every single fucking episode, someone's shooting at them. The Delta Quadrant's like the Wild West, man.
Yeah, apparently in the Delta Quadrant, there's no such thing as like big polities or anything. There's just violence. It's just like Mad Max.
She's
you
like,
go to
"Hello,
a
I'm from the
corner of
Federation."
space. Yeah.
Hey, we put the key in for the tinker,
Nice.
so now
Now it's ours.
Yeah, even if the Brotherhood wasn't helping us. So now we're gonna go. We'll check on those computers just to see if it does anything. We're level 23. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, let's tell this nice lady, it's safe for her to move.
If I was producing Star Trek, this is probably not. Okay, what's this? Save me, please.
You
They're
can-
trying to kill me.
There's nothing here.
There's probably something hidden behind a wall somewhere. You're looking for the red outline.
Yeah. No, there's nothing.
All right. Maybe she's seeing something we're not. I don't know. Oh,
no,
now
yeah, there you go.
she looks fine
yeah,
now.
she's helping us. She's following us, maybe? Yeah. Here, just go to the hatch.
If I was producing Star Trek
There you
shows,
go.
I would take the alternate timeline, the Kelvin one with all the Chris Pine as Kirk, whatever. I would just make like them do original series episodes just for fun. Like make them do like the episodes that are like really jank, like Spock's brain. I would make that like a little mini series. I wouldn't make them like this big giant like recreation of the original series, just like fun little side things because I happen to like them as actors. I think I just want to see more people do original series era stuff.
There's parts though of Voyager that I liked. I liked
Yeah.
Equinox 1
Yeah.
and 2. I thought that was a good episode. I liked the episode Virtuoso. I think that's a really good episode about anybody who makes stuff. You should probably go see that.
No, Diggs, you were not. You would still play Orion just right. Orion here, and everyone just like starts clapping like.
Ross Wolf said, Janeway's horrific chain smoker voice is proof that the Federation's medicine isn't that great. That's horrible, but true. All right, here. We're going to go into that nebula. There's some fucking coffee in there. I don't know why I gave her like an accent that was like that.
She definitely has like a very strong, commanding voice. I think it's because Kate Mulgrew is also very theater.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to have a captain, they need to be that way for Star Trek, just thematically. Because that's the problem with Archer. Is like, I don't know if Scott Bakula was really theater. He didn't really seem like it. He might be.
Ooh, slow down.
He doesn't. He didn't seem like a Shakespeare guy.
So we're gonna unload the
You know
rest
what I
of our
mean?
shit.
No,
and try to buy some
I
more
just
stems.
tried to envision in my head Scott Bakula doing like Macbeth, and I was like,
You could do that with every other captain except him.
yeah,
Like even Janeway can do that.
Janeway could do Macbeth. Scott Bakula doing Macbeth, I don't know.
She does Macbeth way too well. Is probably what happened.
South Boston Janeway.
Yeah.
Southie Janeway. I've tried Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. It's all right.
I would get, if I was doing another Star Trek series, I would sincerely get Bill Burr to play the captain of the USS Cleveland. Dead ass serious. He doesn't understand anything that's going on. Like, he just knows how to captain the ship. He's like, I don't know what you are. I don't know if you're a blue guy or green guy. I really don't care. I'm supposed to move this cargo over there. My career in Starfleet has been moving shit, and you're in my fucking way. Would absolutely love it. Yeah, he'd play a pretty good captain. He's actually got good acting chops too.
He does.
Can we get Scromble's footsteps bass boosted? I think that would be fun if Scrombles had like a Chad version,
He is the Chad.
like the meme.
Oh, like the funk walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think someone's made that. I think for the
Yeah, I got images. That was Tired German.
No, I mean the little animation where he's doing the Dr. Livesey walk. Somebody did that for you and like some of the other for the player character and some of the companions.
I agree, Kai. Bill Burr, CMO.
Oh God,
Ugh.
like just malingering.
Yeah, Scott Bakula doing Shakespeare would be Mystery Science Theater material.
I would really like to see shots. I would love to see like Shakespeare in the Park, shot all theatrically with Scott Bakula. I'd pay to see that.
Oh yeah, we watched the final season of Picard. We really enjoyed it.
It was enjoyable.
I saw
Yeah.
the finale and that's it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was like the undiscovered country they never got. It was nice. It was like watching a movie. The whole third season is like, wait, why didn't he do this for the other 2 seasons? Why? What the? It was a different producer. That's why.
No fucking caseless.
Clearly, somebody who watched the Next Generation and was like, wait, we should actually do it with the characters and not just one guy. Have you ever tried Superior Corned Beef in Cleveland? You bet your ass I've had that piece. That is awesome. Superior Corned Beef in Cleveland is the shit. Excellent. Gosh, that's been so long. I'm surprised I didn't think to. Well, you can't really have corned beef, so I didn't get a chance to go.
I
and
can't
try.
have corned beef.
Damn it. It's unfortunate. Unfortunately one of Cleveland's better foods is their corned beef. And their Reubens. Step, boom. Yeah, I've heard huge praise for it's because it's competent. It's like it's basically like someone splashing you with cool water after you've been on fire for like a second. You're like, hey, all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's got some new stuff in there you're probably not going to like, but for the most part, it's actually really decent. Just enjoy it, watch it and for yourself. Don't listen to everyone else on the internet.
Yeah, fucking whiners.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of internet. There's
Yeah,
an
no,
awful lot of internet.
The first 2 seasons, I get it. Those sucked, but third season, which was like totally different, which should almost be its own
The third
show.
season should be its own show.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it Picard. It should just be called The Final Generation, which makes it sound final, I guess. I don't know. They were planning to continue that with Legacy. At least that's what the hope is. But
We'll see.
we'll see if it gets stomped out.
We'll see.
So we're gonna make this. We're gonna make file 1 our last save in case it turns out we can't beat it and we need to
Yeah.
go power level.
Corned beef on its side.
And then we're gonna go through the
Ooh.
door because that teleports us to the Tinker or something, I guess.
You better do that. Oh God, no, 81. Opening a bistro in Cleveland and naming it Steak on the Lake.
That would be a good one.
That's
Steak
a-
on the lake.
That's a good one. You better do that before someone else does.
I have an idea for Cleveland.
What's that?
Open a restaurant called No Screaming People on the Sidewalk.
No screaming people on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can do that, Kit Tex. That guy lives in that city. That's his hometown.
I know. We saw a guy who at first we thought was insane, but we realized was just a performance artist because he was walking around and just screaming like, ah! 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 Just
Oh,
every
hey.
so often, horrible noises. And then
And it would reverb throughout the whole city.
through the whole city like a thunderclap, like a gunshot. And then 2 security guards came out of this building and were like, hey, bro, don't do that. And he just stopped and was like, okay, and walked off.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
Yeah.
I understand.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
He's-
Understandable.
He's
Thank
an
you.
amenable person. I'm Ace, the medical computer. Are you in need of help? Please state your medical needs.
Me want notice more.
This function is not available at
I
this time.
do have that module. We'll go to the car.
You'll need
and
to go
grab
get the
it.
module.
Yeah, he can. That's what those circuit boards we found like fucking 6 IRL months ago or for.
Hey man, you're gonna beat this game.
We're gonna do it.
You're gonna beat this video game.
This time I'm really gonna do it.
I was like, man, Fallout's a pretty tough game, but hey man, you're beating it. You're winning.
I only had to save scum 50 times.
Oh wow, and an RPG where you have turn-based economy. That's
Yeah, in
weird.
the 90s where they didn't care about you making the game.
Fuck you.
Easily
You got to beat
winnable.
this game without. That's,
Yeah,
that's a
They
difficulty.
didn't, yeah, back when it was like people weren't like, oh, I wish I could just skip through the gameplay to follow the story.
Yeah, Murdoch Cannon's like, wow, Cleveland security's a lot nicer than Detroit. That's true. If there was a screaming guy in Detroit, there would have been a gunshot and no more screaming.
Yeah, they would have been like, uh-oh.
Yeah, well, it's also because it was downtown. If you get to the outskirts of downtown, he
It
probably...
was amazing. The
Yeah.
guy was just, like, again, you could hear it, like,
Yeah.
10 stories up. Loud as could be. And then someone came down and was like, hey, not here.
Not now. Not in town.
Yeah.
Not
And-
now.
and-
not in town.
And they just stopped. They were like, you got it.
Waspeace asks Goat, what's the name of the burger place in Columbus on campus?
The burger place
Yeah,
on campus? I don't know.
the burger place.
I don't know.
You didn't go to any burger place while you were there?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about nobody.
Okay, okay.
Me agree.
Me agree.
One moment, please. There you go.
All right.
What did you do?
We gained a perception point.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. So now, because all the shops should reset, let me just go one more time and just buy all the stim packs I can because we're going to need it. And then we'll go to the Enclave for real this time. The door was open this whole time.
Hey, Tex, you ever consider doing a stream about awesome 80s movie poster art? Might be fun, and there's a lot of cool movie posters out there.
Unfortunately, a lot of that art
Is copyrighted.
Yeah, so you'd be like,
It's
hey, look
copyright.
at this, and blurs.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't it be and blurs? And you'd be like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think it's the fun thing we did with the BattleTech art. People really like that.
I'd love to get a chance to do that again. We just have to nail down a time with George.
Yeah. George is a very busy guy.
He is.
See, another thing you can do is, wow, power armors is worth as much as a pulse pistol. Another thing another fun little exploit you can do is you can give people combat drugs and then just wait for them to wear off so they're just going through the massive debuffs.
Yeah, you did that with
But-
one of the ladies in the...
well, I did it to kill her using the super stim pack health thing. But if you're short on that, what you can do if you know you're going to fight an NPC is just hit them with like all of the drugs you have and then wait. I think 8 hours is when they all wear off. 2mm EC. No bitches.
You need more... looking for Gauss rifle ammo.
Yeah. It's the only thing. We probably have enough, but, you know.
You never can tell with Horrigan. He's a son of a bitch.
He is a son of a bitch.
He
and
is a son of a bitch.
We're too stupid to talk his goon squad into helping us, and we're too stupid to reprogram the turrets into helping us.
So that means that Scrombles is just going to brute force his way through the oil rig.
as he is wont to do.
It is as nature intended.
Yep.
It is a force of nature not to be reckoned with.
You mean not to be trifled with?
Reckoned.
What, you're not supposed to like even like pay attention to him?
No.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that's
Can't
bad.
reckon the attentioning.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Hunter, the attentioning.
Hunter the intentioning.
Knife Fight City movie posters. Problem solved. Yeah, we don't have those though. We have like one maybe?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
We have, like, one.
There's the Knife Fight City Cinematic Discord where
Yeah.
the guys in there have been filling out the Knife Fight City Cinematic Universe wiki, which they're just doing, and they're adding in all the movies, and they're adding in a backstory to the everything, and it's incredible. So I mean, unfortunately, there's very few movie posters, but they've come up with a few through shit posts that are absolutely amazing.
Scromble's putting Jet into a beer helmet and charging in. Yeah, there you go. That's actually a really good idea.
Are you even getting anything out of these books? Yeah, very little. Okay. Scrumbles just reads all these books in front of the guy.
He's eating them.
Yeah. You know, he takes a page, he stares at it, and then he eats it. Yeah, no reset.
Yeah, Roswell says, listen, you can't reckon with something without trifling with it.
All right, time to go up to the tanker.
Well, that's the thing with Knife Fight City. Any merch,
City.
you just got to make it yourself. We just don't sell it.
No.
What, is Knife Fight City in the public domain now?
It's
no, it's not.
I don't know. No.
Copyright.
The Knife Fight City shirt is great. Well, that logo is definitely ours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We had rip-offs on that.
We did
within the first few days.
Yeah, Eldonius. Yeah. Poor Eldonius got like literally copycat shirts.
If you go on Etsy or Redbubble, you'll find people taking phrases from my show and putting it on various BattleTech things and then printing it. And there's nothing you can really do. You just have to watch it and go like, weird.
What social outlets got me through college? I have no idea what social outlets mean. What is that?
Social outlets? Is that like a wall socket? I don't know where to plug that in.
Like I know about being social, but like social outlets? Like in what? Can you give me an example? When Scrombles chews books, his teeth create pulp fiction. Oh, pulp friction. Excuse me.
Wow.
I love it.
It's terrible.
That's beautiful. That was beautiful.
My brain hurts.
Now, I don't remember how you actually make the tanker. We find stuff that makes us go. See, all the punks know they're supposed to leave, but I don't remember how you actually make this go.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make the tanker go. We find stuff that makes us go. All right, let's try going to that one of these consoles, maybe.
Yeah, I just love the dude hanging out to the barrel of glow stick juice.
Yeah, man. Need that warmth and light and shit.
Bars, the pit, game stores. You mean like something like that? Literally the cage at our school, which is where all the film equipment was. That's where I socially hang out most days. Because that's where all the stuff we were doing was being. Because it's a lot of work to make stuff in film. Especially in college, they put your ass to work, man. If you want to pass.
Yeah. They work you hard.
I was really thinking of the pack lids. We look for things to make us go. Yeah, those guys are super just dumb.
We find things.
Navigational computer online.
Time to drive this oil tanker.
Oh, the bridge is on the other side of the ship. God damn it.
Yeah, Ragebrew points that out. There should be a stairway up to the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played this in years.
Thanks for stopping by, Sutson, and I appreciate you saying so. Well, don't worry, Ross. If you weren't here at the start, Scrombles is currently trying to get aboard the tanker.
Well, we're aboard the tanker. We're trying to get up.
The oil rig.
Look, it's got the ship wheel and everything. Too bad there's no cool flavor text for it. You who?
I'm the captain. I run the ship. Any more questions? Go talk to one of the she at the bridge or something. I don't have time for you.
Fuck you.
Listen, this is my ship.
It's Scromble's ship now. There we go.
Welcome to the
Poseidonet.
This terminal is limited to transmission between one tanker, PMV Valdez, and docking rig. Command, check status.
All right, moorings are there.
We find stuff that makes us go.
Oh.
So Scrombles is just mashing buttons right now, banking on the consoles and shit until this happens.
There's a combination lock there. Oh, so cool, man.
Yeah, look at that pinup too. Oh, dude. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Full ahead. Yeah. Here we go. Man, somebody was getting real cinematic with this one.
It's been like a year since Scrombles got into that temple now in game.
I forgot to clear all moorings.
That's clearing moorings.
Okay, fair
Moorings cleared.
And the crane. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I love the real damage on that. They
Dude,
really...
and it's just one guy going in on this whole thing to just fuck up the entire rig.
Yeah, Corrigan's like, we have nothing to worry, everyone. Scrombles can't swim. There's
Yeah.
no way he could reach us. Wait, is that a tanker on its way over here?
Here's the thing, though, is we're going to get there, and they're going to have no idea because, you know, we're going to be in power armor.
Meanwhile, in a different movie.
Matte painting.
Oh, wow. What's that? What are we looking at?
The sky.
Oh.
Shadow Moses.
What is that?
It's a docking plant. Yeah, see. So we have the transponder, so the Enclave thinks this is one of their guys, even though nobody ordered it. It really goes to show nobody really knows what's going on.
Level up.
That's true. I mean, the Enclave just kind of assumes this is all kosher all the time.
Okay. Well, let's see. Hey, Goat, actually, this would be a good place, because we can pick this up actually next week instead of just doing an MRE,
Okay.
and just beat the game.
All right.
So,
Beat the game.
do you think this would be a good place to stop?
I think so.
Yeah, because we're at the actual endgame. So, endgame part 2 will be next Wednesday, and I'll make a thing about it too, so people know that we're doing it. So that'll be next Wednesday. Wow, I love that.
They have the Chad pipes.
Why are there faces in the pipes? I've never seen this before.
Well, you know, it's really important to have your blow-off parts of the valve look as alarming as possible when they explode.
Well, it's like, look, if the Enclave can depict even its base as the Giga Chad, it's over for the Wasteland.
That's
All
true.
the filthy un-American muties are gonna die.
That's true.
Frank Horrigan is the scariest thing in Fallout. A dude that could rip a Deathclaw apart with like pulled pork.
Yeah, but we're level 25 now.
Yeah,
Well,
24.
we got the touch.
We got the touch.
we do. We've got the touch and the feel. Well, when we come back next Wednesday, we'll be playing the final episode of Scrombles 2's journey into whatever this is supposed to be.
An oil rig.
Yeah, an oil rig. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us here on BPL. WBPL 76. No, it's the Courtesy Flush. I always do that. Get them both mixed up. Tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing.
Next time it's scrambling time.
Next time it's scrambling time.
Next time, it's Scrambling time. All right, well, with that said, I hope you guys had a good time, and thanks a lot for hanging out here on the Courtesy Flush. We will see you guys again next time, next week, and doing things and stuff. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a good one, and stay safe out there.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun.